morning and welcome to Canterbury Live. It is Thursday the 26th of March. I'm Lisa and I'll be filling in for Andrea this week, but she will be back next week with a fantastic prize to give away, so take a wee look at this.
I am in Lake Canterbury, as you know, this week for the Māori Cup. But hey, I haven't forgotten about you, and neither have Number One Fitness. Yes, this bad boy is the Matrix commercial rower. It is worth $2,500. And thanks to the Number One Fitness team, located here in Christchurch as well, at 455 Blenheim Road, just behind Target Furniture, they are giving you the opportunity to win this $2,500 beast. Really simple. Each day I'll be sending a clue back to Lisa, thanks Lisa, for you to call through to Marianne on 3777 033 or go to our Facebook page and leave your details. It's as simple as that. And on Monday when I'm back, yep, I'm coming back, not rowing, but I will announce who the winner is.
What a fantastic prize from Number One Fitness. If you would like to go in the draw to win that, today's keyword is Māori Cup. So either give Marianne a call on 3777 033 or check out the Canterbury Live Facebook page. So you can either call up every day with that keyword or wait until tomorrow and give all 5. And Andrea will be drawing that next week when she's back, so good luck. All right, we have got a huge show for you today with some really interesting topics. Andrea had a chat with Angela Stone about how to dress your teenager, which is always something difficult for parents to face. Moses Robbins is in to talk about social media. Very important. I got some of the staff from CTV to do a bit of strutting their stuff on the runway, so we've got some models in to take a look at that. But joining me right now are the very lovely Alison and Mimi. Hello.
Hi. Hello.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Before we get into anything, I'd just like to point out the gorgeous wee one we've got on the floor here, and this is Vossi.
Yes.
Hello, Vossi. Welcome along.
He's a pro at this.
All right, so Alison, you are the National Manager of the Volunteer Services for the Blind Foundation.
That's right.
And Mimi, you are the Guide Dog Mobility Instructor.
For Canterbury. Yeah.
For Canterbury, some big titles there. All right, now recently you've just actually won some awards. Can you tell me a wee bit about that?
Well, for the last 3 years, the Blind Foundation has been running Star Awards, and these are awards which celebrate staff and volunteers within the organisation who have, I suppose, gone the extra mile. And so this year, both Mimi and I were lucky recipients of 2 of the awards.
Congratulations. So
Thank
which
you.
awards were they? What did you
Mine was
get?
the Client Support Award.
So what does that mean?
It's an award that's given out if somebody's been, obviously we all support the clients within the foundation.
But you were just outstanding at it?
That's what we thought.
It's always very hard to sing your own praises. But I was nominated by 2 of my clients and 1 other member of staff, one of my colleagues, which I thought was very humbling, and I was I was surprised but very, very humbled and
It's lovely to hear
receive
that the clients actually
they're
nominated
the one, yes.
you.
Yeah,
That's
I think that's what makes it really special,
Yeah.
that it's something that comes from your colleagues or members of the foundation, which are the visually impaired or blind people. So that makes it extra special.
Wow,
Yeah.
well done. And Alison, yours was?
The Supporter Award. So for the last 5 appeals here in Christchurch, I've been coordinating those locally. So for a few years before that, they'd been organised out of Auckland, and we decided to bring them back to Christchurch and organise them locally.
Great. So how long have you both been involved with this?
With the Blind Foundation?
Yeah.
You can go first.
A long time?
Yeah, a very long time.
25 years next month.
Wow.
I started off in
Gosh.
Auckland for about 16 years, and then I came down to Canterbury about 9 years ago.
So it's obviously something you're very passionate about then.
Very passionate.
And this is my 24th year.
Wow, good on you. Fantastic. Now, we're talking about the Red Puppy Appeal, so why is it so important?
Well, as you can see with Vossi, the guide dogs that we provide for our clients make a huge impact on those people's lives. And so the Red Puppy Appeal is about raising funds for guide dogs so that we can continue to breed and train guide dogs who can go on to support people who are blind or have low vision.
He looks very relaxed there in the studio, doesn't he?
Yeah,
Did you wake him up early to bring him in?
Is he sedated? No, he's not. No, he's not.
Doesn't need to be because he's trained so well.
His puppy walkers have done an amazing job with him. He's
Yeah.
socially so good.
And so have you.
Oh, thank you. I've only had him a week, so I can't take the credit for this.
Now, I know that we have a very, very cute picture that we're going to bring up to talk about the Red Puppy Appeal. There it is there. Oh, doesn't it just melt your heart? So you've got the Red Puppy Appeal Street Collection coming up, and that's on the 27th and 28th of March.
Tomorrow and Saturday.
Okay, fantastic. And so there'll be people out on the street asking for donations?
We've
is that right?
got about 32 sites across Christchurch, mostly within malls and supermarkets right across the city, and probably about 200 collectors out there collecting for us over the next couple of days.
Fantastic. And where does that money go towards? What does it do?
That money all goes back into guide dog services to support more guide dogs.
Fantastic.
The Blind Foundation is reliant entirely on donations to support guide dog services. We don't get any government funding for that. So the donations that people very, very kindly give us to support the service just make a huge difference in being able to help us to continue to provide guide dog support for people who really need it.
Who really need it, yeah. So how long does it take typically to actually train a guide dog?
Once they finish the puppy walking, which is the stage where they're with a family, a member of public, a family, where we constantly go in and supervise, but once they come in and are actually starting their training, it's anywhere between 4 and 6 months,
Oh, wow.
depending on the dog's ability.
Gosh, so it's a wee bit of work for you then.
Yes, yeah, there's quite a lot that they have to learn, which is why the success rate is obviously not 100% because not every dog can do it.
It's not. Yeah.
And they, even when they get to a certain stage and then they realise there's the responsibility to take on, not every dog can then take on the responsibility, even though they can learn the tasks.
Oh, I'm glad you guys recognise that. Well, thank you so much for coming along. I'd just like to point out that you can sign up as a volunteer or to make a donation. All you need to do is visit redpuppy.org.nz or give them a call on 0800 120 254. Thank you so much for coming in, and you as well, Fossey.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
After the break, we strut our stuff on the catwalk. See you then. Welcome back. I'm joined now by Sethi and Marco from Runway Model Management. Hello.
Hello.
I'd just like to say you smell amazing. As soon as you sat down, I went, oh, this is fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
A great way to start the segment. I like it. Now, we're talking modelling. I'm going to start off with some new images you've got going, some billboards.
Mm-hmm.
So I know that we've got some images. Here's one here. What can you tell me about this one?
Yeah, this one is about, we have Anna and Chris in there. It is in Morehouse Ave.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, it's one of the awesome ones that we've got with the beautiful
Oh,
car
another
there.
nice one there.
And this one is about Lift Off, and it is in Blenheim Road.
Blenheim Road, yeah.
Yep. And it's one of the awesome ones. We have a few of models in different countries that we're going to do internationals. And this one is going to be at the back of the bus.
Oh, going around on the
Yeah,
buses.
it's a bus shots. Yeah, it's going from airport down to Riccarton, and it goes to the Sumner.
So all over the place.
Yeah.
So people will be seeing.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
one on the
Yep,
bus. Yeah.
everywhere.
That's
Yeah.
true.
That's pretty big, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, that's exciting. Now, I thought, since usually Andrew would be here talking to you guys about all sorts of different things, and I'm filling in this week, I thought it might be fun to get some of the CTV staff to try out the runway and get your feedback on it. So you can give them some critique, maybe tell them how amazing they are, because they are fantastic. So yesterday, I pulled them out of the office. They were all working at their desk, dressed in their normal work clothes, and I got them into the studio to do a little bit of modelling for us. So we'll take a wee look, and as they're playing, we can sort of discuss maybe some great tips for them or things that they're doing really well.
Yeah.
Let's take a look. Oh, here's Adam, our
sounds
commercial
great.
producer. Oh, look at him go. He's got a nice move here. He's pulled out the
That's
coat.
nice.
Do you like his walk there? I quite like the walk back.
Good job.
So any tips for him?
Yeah. Well, too much movement. Shoulders back, down. Look straight.
Yep.
and yeah, just be very confident, look tall, nice and
Look tall, I like that one better. So anything you really liked about it? I like the co-movement he had going there.
Yeah.
Oh
it's pretty-
yeah, it was cool. It was cool.
He had added a bit of personal style to it, I think, as well.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Here's another one. Here is Mark, one of our cameramen and editors. He's prepping himself there. He's ready, walking to the beat. I love his pose to the back as well, and the shake walk.
Yeah,
that's a winner, isn't it?
Yeah.
Have either of you done that on the runway yourself?
Well, we do it.
Yeah.
We actually
do?
do,
You
because
sort of groove
if you don't have fun at the walkway, when you're walking, if you don't have fun, it will be very boring.
Perfect.
So yeah, we definitely do when we are practicing walkway, like runway. We definitely do
I
like
love
some
it.
funs
I
as
love
well.
it. Good,
Sometimes,
okay.
yeah, we have like guys doing like wearing ladies' clothes and this sort of thing. It's
Speaking
really
of
fun.
ladies' clothes, here we have the
there
beautiful
you go.
Anna, one of our scheduling girls. She's got the jacket
girl.
going there as well. She looks like she's done this
looks good.
before, doesn't she?
That was nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
Quite professional.
That was nice. She's talented.
Yeah, we put her in first. She had a couple of test runs as we sort of worked out the lighting and the camera in the studio, so maybe that's why she was quite good. She got a few
Nice.
extra walks in there before the others.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a look at the last one, who may look familiar. He actually popped out to meet you guys and did a news story on one of your international models. So he's had some tips and training.
Whoa.
He's very the look. So what do you think? Has he got a job in modelling?
Oh.
Just a little bit of training for hey, take off the suit and that's
Take
it.
off the suit, the whole suit.
Just,
Yeah.
you just
like-
train to how to take
No,
off
whole
the
suit.
mask.
Not the whole suit, just
No,
the jacket.
Yeah, just
I
jacket.
really liked his look though.
Yeah,
Really
yeah,
nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a strong
Oh,
look.
good.
Like, so yeah.
Well, I don't think they're quite up to your level yet, but maybe with a bit of practice and some tips and things from you guys.
Of course,
I think
it's
they could get
always
there.
practicing. Like always practicing.
How much
and-
time do you spend practicing?
It really depends of the.
Have you got something coming up? Maybe?
Yeah, it really depends. We usually do at least 2 days practicing a week
Wow.
at least. But yeah, it depends on if we have any show coming or events coming or something like that. So we will make it more, and it's usually teamwork as well. We usually have all team.
Teamwork.
Yeah.
always
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining me. Now
worries.
we're staying on the topic of fashion. Let's check out Andrea's conversation with Angela about dressing your teenager.
Teenagers, love them or hate them, we may have them in our world, and yes, we do as well.
We
But
do.
how do we dress them?
Well,
Or
you
do
know,
we dress them?
Well, it's quite interesting. I think, from about the age of 10, I mean, some actually even start earlier, but around 10, they're really starting to find, their kind of style. They're starting to grow up. They're very aware of what their friends are wearing, especially those that don't wear a school uniform. But those that, enjoy going out with their friends and catching up on the weekend, like I know some of our kids do, they actually start to be very conscious about what they are wearing. And I think the key is here, they've got all this time to grow up. I think it happens so quickly. And online shopping, I think, has become one of those great resources for our young teenagers. It's actually just being able to manage that online shopping, that click of that button. I know with my own children can just be a little bit too clicky, too quick.
Clicky, click, click. Love
Yeah.
it. Let's talk about the girls first of all.
Yes.
I don't have girls, so I don't
Sure.
know, but you do. So
I
how do
do.
you manage what they wear?
Yeah, do you know, it is, I find it so interesting. They're so conscious of their bodies, what they're eating, and the style. I know that they're looking online, especially in Australia, very cheap, cheerful, fun, flirty kind of styles. And, I really have to say to them, look, I think that's a bit short or it's not quite right. But they're so particular. And the thing is, like, you don't want to put them off, but I think as a parent, it's very important to guide them and to let them know that there really is plenty of time to actually grow up and not wear anything, let's just say, just too old for themselves as well.
Inappropriate.
Yeah, totally. So do you know what we've done is we've actually designed these teenage fashion styling courses so that we can retain some kind of, I guess, youthfulness with teenagers, but also guide them in the right direction. See, I find that a lot of young teenagers today all dress the same and they're almost looking like sheep. And so the thing is, like, I think it's important to be able to learn to express themselves through colour, through styles as well, and show them the various different styles of clothing so that they don't all look the same.
It's okay to be an individual.
Yeah, absolutely, and really, stand out. I know with my Eva, she's 15, and she's really loving this whole lipstick trend that's going on. 15. She said, she showed me a photograph last night and said, "Mum, look at my lips." I said, "Yes, they're beautiful, aren't they?" But really dark lipstick too, that whole Lord type of look. So, that 15, 16-year-old, this is what they're aspiring to. I often find that music videos really do dictate a lot of their fashion trends as well. So I think it's a matter of managing that and, keeping them on this straight and narrow and having conversations about, the way they look as well, and actually asking, do you think this is appropriate for that occasion? I believe that you can never be overdressed. You can always be underdressed.
Yeah.
But there's also plenty of time to get really dressed up as a teenager. So just age appropriate is just so important.
So how do we become a part of the teenage courses that you're offering? Because it could be a great vehicle if we feel that our teenager is just maybe getting a bit off the rails.
Yeah,
and
sure.
just need a little bit of help in a safe zone.
Yes, certainly. Well, all this the course information is all available on our website, and the course is really designed to grow wonderful, confident teenagers that look good and actually feel good about themselves as well. I've been working with a lot of schools recently and actually going in and educating young students about looking after themselves, getting enough sleep, all these things that you hear mum and dad say, but they hear it from someone like me and they actually take it on, and the schools love it. It's all part of the Gateway program as well. So if there's any mum or dad out there listening, they can talk to their careers advisor about Gateway in Angela Stone. And I've got a lot of schools that are gearing me up to come in for the rest of the year as well.
Yeah, it just seems like a natural progression, isn't it? I mean,
yes.
it's that awkward age, isn't it? Because they're moving
Yes.
into adulthood, but they're not
Yes.
quite, and it's just, and that sometimes, as you said,
Yes.
not a parent actually guiding them along the way. What's
Exactly.
one great tip for a teenager as a parent to offer them?
I would be always talking to, and I always do myself, is talk about balance, getting sleep, eating well, exercising, and actually taking care and actually looking after themselves. Often people start doing that when it's too late, but I think as young teenagers, they are quite, they want to look after themselves, but really encouraging that as well and giving them lots of praise, telling them they look great, telling them,
I love that.
I think praise is really important.
It is.
And coming from mum and dad, it's just worth its weight
gold,
in
isn't
gold.
it?
Yep. And I make sure I always comment on how lovely and shiny the hair looks, because these are things that they're doing for themselves. So I think it's about praise today.
Good on you. Thanks, Ange. And hey, we also need to lead by example.
Absolutely.
See you next time. Well, new technology could be a little bit frightening, but also can be quite exciting. Moses Robbins joins me now. He's our media guru. You must love new technology.
I do love new technology. I'm actually not as much of a early adopter as some people. So you've got your proper tech geeks out there who will just buy the new gadget straight away and get it. I like to kind of sit back and let my mate try out the new phone and then let my other mate try out the other one and then get a good feel for it. But I love it, and I'm involved in it, and I look, I go on the internet late at night and I look at all the new technology.
Wow. One of them, a flying car. Really?
Yes, there's flying cars, absolutely. Sky Car is one of my favourites. I've been following the progress of that. It's red, it's got like 2 rotary engines on each corner.
Really? It's like Back to the Future stuff.
Yeah, actual
sorts.
flying car. I don't know if it won't travel. It won't time travel.
Oh,
But yeah,
maybe
it's being
next time.
developed. Jet skis. No, jet packs. Flying jet packs. There's some wonderful jet packs that you can see on the internet.
And can they be used domestically though? We've seen a lot of it in the media about it, but can you actually use them? For instance, I'm sitting in traffic, North Canterbury, on the motorway, and I'm like, I park up and I take off.
Well, it shouldn't be too long. It shouldn't be too long.
There's a scary side. Don't wear a skirt though.
Well, and if you do wear sensible undergarments that are modest, you know, maybe just some boy shorts.
Yeah, exactly.
If you've got your jet ski and a skirt on.
Yeah, no kilts for the boys. Holograms.
Yes, there's all sorts of wonderful developments in holographic projection and imagery. Obviously, I was a huge Star Wars fan growing up.
Same.
And I don't remember A New Hope when they first get on the Millennium Falcon, and I believe R2-D2 and Chewbacca are playing that game on the table, and they're fighting. It's a hologram. I can't wait to be able to watch the rugby or the netball or Shortland Street in my house.
Excuse me?
Or on the table.
Shortland Street?
Well, you could just be sitting
Don't put Shortland Street and Star Wars in the same line.
But just media in the room or on the table. So imagine watching the rugby on the table.
Imagine having a date with someone as a hologram.
Well, Skype's pretty close, and your Oculus Rift. That's a wonderful virtual reality headset.
So you put the headset on, and then it gives you that whole 3D effect.
So
awesome. High altitude windmills.
Yes, there's some wonderful groups of scientists who have been looking for a long time at harnessing the incredible free and clean power of high altitude jet stream. So the concept is pretty much put windmills right up in the stratosphere. It's just transporting the power back down. So we kind of need better batteries, really.
Not really good ones.
Really, really good batteries. Harness the power, bring it back down.
That's cool. How about driverless cars? This sounds great. This could stop the whole drink driving thing, couldn't we? If we had a car that could drive us home.
There's a beautiful concept Mercedes, well, not concept at all. Driverless Mercedes driving around San Fran as we speak, blowing people's minds.
But how is it legal? Like street legal?
Well, it's safer than a human being. Yeah.
I don't know. Jeepers, I think I need a bit more research in that to believe it. Wearable tech, that is already happening, but is it getting bigger and better?
Constantly. There are just teams and teams of human beings working around the clock to make technology better, and I think it's just important to embrace it. Some people say, well, it's all just moving too fast, when's it going to end?
I love your accent.
I would challenge those people. They're probably sitting there watching their TV with their cordless phone on their comfortable couch. So
with the iPad.
With the iPad. So unless you're in a shack, you know, out in the Southern Alps.
Careful. Yeah.
With next to your river, then...
Anyway, so what do you hope for as the next new big piece of technology?
Well, I think holograms is the big one. I really want a wonderful hologram on my table where I can watch sport. I'm not big on sport, but I would be if it was on my coffee table, fully realised in 3D. Just look at it.
Well, getting rid of the coffee book as such, and got a coffee book entertainment, or coffee table entertainment. I love the way your mind works, my friend. We'll see you in a couple of weeks. Take care.
Bye, Andrea.
Bye.
Thanks for joining me. I'll see you tomorrow.